Hey everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. I just wanted to share with you a recent workshop that I led in Seattle where I talked to a bunch of real estate professionals. Basically gave a blueprint as far as creating social media video content for your brand, as well as provide some additional tips on monetizing the followers that you have and turning them from followers into clients. And as I always say in all of my videos, it is my duty to share all the knowledge that I have when it comes to social media marketing, because at the end of the day, I want to see businesses thrive when it comes to marketing and becoming more known in their industry. With that being said, enjoy the video. And as always, if you have any questions at all, be sure to hit up the comments down below or hit me up on Instagram. Enjoy. Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you,
Cool.
Michael.
Thanks, guys. All right. Thanks so much, Ty and Izzy. Thank you, Kelly, for having me here today. I really do appreciate it. So I just want to get a show of hands. Who is doing social media video right now? No wrong or right answer. You know, I'm not gonna crucify you if you're not. Okay.
Paying somebody to do it? Or?
Yeah, it could be on your own, or you work with a team or whatever. I just want to get a show of hands. Cool. All right. And for the most part, which platform are you guys focusing on? Is it Instagram? Is it IG mainly? Perfect. All right. TikTok? Anybody? Any TikTokers? I don't know how long it's gonna last, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, today I just wanted to it's always my fiduciary obligation to share like any knowledge that I have about this industry because I love it so much. And today I just really wanted to give you guys a blueprint, especially heading into 2025. So these last 2 weeks, I really want you guys to like reflect on your business and really think about how you want to market yourself in 2025. And I say that because right now we're at a point where a lot of businesses are diving into video. So we really have to think about what's the next separator besides video, because everybody does it now. Almost everybody's diving in, which is great. So we have to really think about what are we going to do next that's going to help us convert those eyeballs into money. So I'm going to do my best today to give you guys some strategies that you can take home with you, and we'll go from there. All right, so I love this saying. I say it all the time, like every presentation. I don't know if you believe in God or not, but I truly believe that God has blessed everybody in this room with a voice that deserves to be heard. So whenever I hear people go, oh, dude, social media is saturated. There's so many people in my niche, things like that. That's BS. Because if you think about it, like everybody has a favorite TV show in here, right? Tiffany, what's your favorite TV show?
I don't know, Real Housewives.
Okay, there you go. Kelly, what's your favorite TV show?
Keeping All the Kardashians.
Okay, and any cooler TV shows? Come on, guys. No, I'm just kidding. There we go. So, okay. So there's millions. Yeah, there we go, Bachelor.
Reality show.
Okay, reality. So like, I think mine was like favorite ever was probably like The Office or something like that. Something funny. But
Sex and the City.
there we go.
Oh, that one.
My wife loves that.
Curb Your
She loves that.
Enthusiasm.
That's a good one too. That's classic. So the point I'm trying to make is that there's millions upon millions of TV shows. And so with the rampant growth of people becoming consumers on social media, everybody's going to have their own flavor, right? So just because you say, maybe you two have the same exact topic, but you're going to present it in different ways. So it's going to gravitate towards the specific person that's want to do business with you. So why video? Obviously, it's going to build brand awareness, it's going to demonstrate expertise and build authority. And there's a recent study that came out that 82% of consumers are going to buy from people that they like, know, and trust. So video is really going to help accelerate that process. So instead of, I know there's a lot of people that still do cold calling, door knocking. That's great. But I mean, as far as amplifying the reach and like replicating yourself, video is going to help you get there quicker as far as building that relationship with people. And so pretty interesting study that just came out. So YouTube is now like the #1 TV streaming platform, even over Netflix. So it's just showing that everybody is starting to gravitate towards social media to get their information. So this is basically the content creation process. So it's 5 steps. So coming up with ideas. So you'll hear like ideation, coming up with ideas, scripting and outlining. I spelled that wrong, sorry. Filming, editing, and then posting. So we're just going to cover 4 of these 5 today. And then also we have a bonus step here that we'll get into that's really going to help you supercharge your business. So with that said, again, we have some people that are posting consistently, some people that are brand new. Some people may not have even shot a video before, which is totally fine. The window of opportunity is still there. But here's some really important questions to ask. So this first question here is, who am I talking to? That is the number one issue a lot of content creators face or have a problem with, is like they have no idea who they're talking to. So I'm pretty sure a lot of us are in real estate here. So is it a first-time home buyer you're talking to? Is it an investor you're talking to? Is it someone in tech that has luxury listings? Is that the type of person you're talking to? You really want to reflect and think about their pains, their frustrations, what they're afraid of, and the biggest thing is what their desired outcome is. And so if you can start building your content strategy up around those things, you're really going to be ahead of the pack as far as creating the right videos to do. Second thing is, why do you want to do this? So there's going to be times where you're going to be like what Ty said earlier, there's days she doesn't want to shoot, and I'm like, nope, Ty, we got to do it. Let's go. Let's show up. So there's going to be days you don't want to do it, whether you do it by yourself or with a team. But if your why is strong enough, you're going to be able to get through those things easy. Those things won't stop you. And then third is, how do I package this content? So this is where the creativity comes in. So are you going to be presenting the content like talking head style, like where you just stand or sit in front of the camera and talk to it? Are you going to be creative and do more of like a comedic element and do like a skit where you play like multiple people? Are you going to do like B-roll with voiceover over it? There's so many ways to present different topics. And so if you're starting out, I really suggest like experimenting, figuring out what works best, and then go from there and double down if you need to. So I want to share with you this ChatGPT prompt, and if it's too small, just text me or email. I'll copy and paste it over to you, or you can send me a DM on IG. So this really helps in figuring out the fears, the frustrations, and the desires that your initial avatar is going to face, right? So that's why it's really important to figure out what the basic problems they face, and then also what results you get them. So, I work with first-time home buyers. I help them get their dream home, right? That's a little bit more basic, but that's just an example. And so usually it's really good at giving you the 7 topics. I'm not saying copy and paste, but it's just really good in helping you brainstorm and really break down the type of content that you want to target. So feel free to take that. And again, if you want me to copy, or I can send you the prompt via IG. Thanks so much for watching the video so far. Really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like and subscribe button. It's really going to help propel this video and get more eyeballs on it. Also, if you know any business owners, beginner or advanced, that would really benefit from this content, be sure to share this video with them. Thank you. Like I said, once we put it in, basically it spits out these in organization. So you really have a good idea of what obstacles your target is facing. So this is the ideation session or section. I just wanted to kind of share with you some resources that we use. So usually there's 2 different types of content, right? There's evergreen content, so that's your search base. So, 5 tips to get financing for your first home. That's like an example of a search base. Or 5 best neighborhoods in Renton, Washington. That's a search base. So those ones are more longer term, and those are going to last online longer because people are always going to be searching for them, especially on Google, because YouTube, as you know, is the second biggest search engine platform on earth. So, and then you also have trending current content. So for example, a trending topic would be the election, like what just happened. The Super Bowl, that's coming up in a couple months. Christmas, New Year's, that's trending topic. So those are a little bit more short term, but I mean, it's good to have kind of a mixture of both when you're posting. So some of the resources we use, so Google Trends, what this is it's like a platform where you can type in keywords. So for example, if you're using that ChatGPT prompt, you kind of see a common keyword that's being used. You could type into Google Trends, it's free by the way, and you can filter it by YouTube search, and then it'll show you how often people are searching for that specific term. So if the search volume is high, you can be okay, I'm definitely going to do a video on this because people are searching for it. I want people to find it. You have Answer Socrates, which is similar to Google Trends, but it's more of a vast platform. So it's going to be not just Google, but the entire internet. So it kind of works the same way. And then also, since a lot of us are using Instagram, what you also can do is go to the Reels tab, type in a keyword, look at the best performing videos. Not to copy it, but usually like what I like to look at is like the hook. So like what they're saying and also like the style, like are they doing like a skit? Are they using like a ton of B-roll within the video? And we just use that like as inspiration as far as content goes. So here are just some, you can screenshot this too. Here's just some topics that I organized like as far as evergreen. So just to kind of get the wheels churning that you guys can do. I will tell you right now, what we've noticed is that client testimonials are huge. So really like what I've told Ty yesterday is like we need to start filming a lot more client wins like with her team that she's building, because her goal is to build out the team and inspire more agents, right? So for you, it could be like, hey, I want to talk to like my best clients and just talk about the journey, right? How you guys help them, how you help them get a home or investment property or whatnot. So I would say that's definitely something that's been trending right now, and also something that can get you going for your brand new or answering common questions. So whether that you use that GPT prompt, or what you can also do is put a poll out on Instagram and basically be like, hey, what kind of content do you guys like? What kind of questions do you have as far as the industry goes? And then save those questions and just answer them either one by one, or if you do like a long form video, you can answer all of them in one sitting. So just some hack you can use for that. And then trending, obviously, what's huge right now is reaction videos. So what that is basically is like, say for example, I made a video about the market, and say you didn't agree with something. So you would do something called a stitch, where you would show that video, show you reacting to that video, and then you share your opinion about that video. So that's kind of like a reaction video. So you can do plenty of ways of doing that. Because what I notice is that the platforms love opinions. They love to see what you stand for. And what I learned recently is that when they come across your profile, especially the first time, they're going to see like what you do, but what's going to convert is what you stand for. So like what your mission is, what your beliefs are, who you are as a person. That's what's going to convert somebody. So keep that in mind when you're creating the content. So where do I store topics? So I just keep it simple. I just use Google Sheets. So I actually have a template. So if you guys want to just reach out to me, I can send it to you. It's pretty easy. Essentially what we do is like, as you can see, I'll just point here. Yeah, so usually I just do video topic, hook, and then I just organize it by like video type. So like talking head, green screen, Q&A style, the list goes on and on. So that's kind of how we just keep tabs on everything. Filming and equipment. So how many do you guys use, like professional equipment? Do you guys use your phones? What's kind of like the consensus here? Phone? Nice. Phone. Yeah, that's great. Phone is awesome. Cool. So phone mainly. No worries at all. Yeah, I mean, this bad boy is really good. I mean, I would just say just use the back camera because the technology is better. But you don't need anything fancy to start. Smartphone is great. I forgot to bring it with me, but it's something called the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. That's a really good one. It's a great vlogging camera. And so it basically has like a built-in gimbal, and then you can just like, it's really good quality. And then yeah, tripod, wireless mic, like what I'm wearing now is the DJI Wireless 2. I just like that because you don't have to trip over like wires or anything like that. And then lighting, it's always good to use natural light, especially like if, say for example, you're shooting at a listing, you have big windows, definitely utilize that light. But if not, you can always use like an LED panel, things of that nature. And if you guys want to screenshot this, I have actually put like a gear list together. So if you want to like share it with yourself or with your team that you're working with, we've basically tested all of these equipments that we've used. So from cameras to lighting to audio, and then so basically it's a live doc. So we'll be able to we'll add to it as we go. But it's just something to run with if you guys would like. Just some general settings. So if you're using your phone, especially like with the iPhone, like I said, using the back, using this instead of the selfie, using this because it's just better quality, better technology. Having it in 4K 60. So like when you open your phone and you put on video, this is just for iPhone. by the way. I don't know how it works for Android. Is there any Android people in here? All right, get out of here, man. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So like iPhone, for example, like the top right, usually it's like on 4K. You can just tap it, tap the right button, and then just put it on 30 or 60. I like shooting 60 because it's just a lot smoother. But totally your call on that. And then also I like to use the grid line. So you could basically if you go into settings under camera and just type in grid lines, it just really helps you with the framing and stuff, keep things even. And then obviously vertical for shorts and then horizontal for YouTube. And then if anybody's using a professional camera, here's kind of the same settings. So auto is going to be your best friend.
Thanks so much for watching the video so far. Really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like and subscribe button. It's really going to help propel this video and get more eyeballs on it. Also, if you know any business owners, beginner or advanced, that would really benefit from this content, be sure to share this video with them. Thank you. So editing. So let's see here. I just want to get a consensus. Okay, what do you guys use? Like, you guys can just yell it out. Like what? Okay, CapCut, love it. You guys know how to use it pretty well? Okay. Okay, Instagram template. Okay, Instagram template, same. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that at all. So CapCut for the most part. Okay.
What are you using, Alifa?
TikTok.
The TikTok Inside app. Okay.
Oh, it has an app there?
Yeah. And then anybody use like Final Cut or Adobe Premiere or anything? No. Okay. I won't go over that then.
That's too advanced.
Yeah. So basically, the important thing is using these two things in the videos, right? Is because look, 85% of viewers watch video without sound, right? That's huge because we're walking on our phones, we're busy, we're doing stuff. And another alarming stat, this is actually by Meta. It said that video views increased by 80% when you add subtitles. So it's really, really important to add subtitles to your videos. And yeah, in CapCut, there's a subtitle option there. So you basically just click it in, it's like automatic, it actually reads the voice. So it splashes on there. You just have to double check just to make sure the spelling and stuff's right. But for the most part, yeah, it's really important to do subtitles and then B-roll, right? So what that is like, say for example, I'm standing in front of the camera, I'm talking, so that's gonna be the A-roll, and then the B-roll is gonna be the supplement footage. So if I go, hey, I'm going to the Super Bowl, where the Seahawks are playing these guys. And so I would show so the B-roll would be showing clips of the Seahawks playing, Geno Smith throwing an interception, things like that. I'm just kidding. So that'd be supplement footage. And then I kind of just broke it down. So these are kind of I would say the most consistent softwares that are used by content creators, right? And so InShot, what I love about InShot is that you can, if you're on the go and you use your phone a lot to edit, I think that's the perfect app to use. Very easy to use. The subtitle option on there isn't the best, but I mean, if it's something where you just want to do B-roll and voiceover, it's very easy to use. I believe it's only on iPhone though. I don't know if it's on Android or not. You'll have to double check, but InShot's good. Opus Clip. So I wanted to share with you, give me one sec. I want to share. Okay. Yeah, so what Opus Clip is, it's an AI editing software. So what it is that you can either paste your YouTube link, a Google Drive link, like a Zoom link, any type of video. You can even do it from your desktop. You drag and drop into here, and then you can basically, basically what you do is you drag and drop, and then it spits out automatic shorts for you. Wow. So it's really good for podcasts, really good for... So this is, I believe it's $20 a month, but you get unlimited credits. Yeah. So I've used it on, some of Ty's stuff, with her podcasts. And what's great is that it watches the whole video and it just suggests shorts that you can use. So I've seen up to 100 shorts, as little as 10. And also, yeah. And it has subtitles on there too. The only thing I would say is that you just have to double check everything because sometimes they're cuts. Because AI, we're still in the beginning. It's still, they're still trying to improve.
Can you go back and edit?
You can, okay. Yeah, exactly.
The words and things like that.
Exactly, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll make a walkthrough video of it, and I can just send it to you. You guys, you have like a group, right? Like, yeah, I'll just send it to you guys. Very easy to use. Like, you just have to probably wait like 30 minutes for it to like do its thing, and then once it's up, you can go in, kind of just check the chunks, take out whatever you want, and then you can just download it. I will warn you too, if, for this, to use this, just make sure you're shooting at like the highest quality, because the quality degrades just a little bit. So just keep that in mind when you use this tool. All right, let's go back. And so, yeah, going back, Submagic IO is really good too. It's basically works in the same way that you can drag and drop your raw footage, and then it'll cut the shorts for you. You can pick subtitles and things like that. I believe that's like $25, $30 a month. So pretty good price. And then these are like the big three. So when you start working with a team, or if you get to like the editing master level, this is like Adobe Premiere, which is what my team mainly uses. Final Cut Pro I use personally. I just find it very easy. I don't know if anybody has used iMovie on Mac. Very similar to Final Cut. It's just Final Cut has a little bit more features. And then DaVinci Resolve. So those are kind of like the big three of the top level editing. So just some things to keep in mind, right, when you're editing, is that it's really important to cut out a lot of the dead space. So like, obviously we're not perfect. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna be like, say, really important to cut those out. And the reason being is that, I'm trying to remember the percentage, but when you cut all those out, like the engagement goes up by like 120% or something like that. It's something wild. Because when you keep your videos just super tight and impactful, the entire, 30 seconds to a minute, it just really keeps the people engaged, right? And then also background music, what I noticed too is that like when people use background music, whether it be trending or like stock music, you just keep in mind of the levels, because there's gonna be times where you play the music and it's too loud and it kind of goes over, like no one understands what you're saying and things of that nature. So some things to keep in mind. Yeah, and so again, just make sure that you're filling the screen. So for example here, perfect example of like, if you ever shoot horizontal and you're like, oh damn, I should have shot that vertical, totally fine. What you can do is just put it on a vertical frame and just blur out the top and bottom, and you can still see like the horizontal. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to explain, but like on CapCut, what you can do is like layer it. Okay. And so you put the second layer, you drag it out, and then you put like a motion, like a blur on it. Okay. Like when you, I can show you after if you want. Yeah, it's pretty easy. So yeah, if you ever get in the case like that, you can do that. And then yeah, you have 3 seconds. So like the first 3 seconds, I always tell people, is like key. That's the thing that we're obsessed about. We focus on all the time, the first 3 to 5 seconds, because that's really going to determine if someone's going to watch the rest of the video. So it's super important. Okay. Yeah, so I would, like if I was brand new starting, these would be the two softwares I'd focus on the most. So I wanted to share with you guys some myths. Okay, so there's a lot of chatter that goes around, opinions that go about like, when's the best time to post? What should I use? Like, what's the best like guideline? So you can take this with a grain of salt. Again, it's my duty just to share with you my knowledge and what's worked for us. But I just wanted to just share with you some myths in the industry. So hashtags, I get this question a lot. Like, dude, do I need to post like 20 hashtags like with a post? It doesn't matter. Like but if you do use them, I would max 4 or 5 hashtags. There's even times where we don't even use hashtags at all. The biggest thing now, especially with IG, is like geotags. So like posting where you're at, whether it be a city, specific place that you're like showcasing a business or a restaurant, tagging that location. So as far as like more searchability, I would focus more on like the geotag as in addition to, or instead of doing like traditional hashtags. Myth 2 is like, I need to post at an optimized time. So like, I haven't really seen any difference between posting like at a specific time or like 4 a.m. or something like that. Because if your content's great, people are gonna see it no matter what. So I wouldn't overthink that too much. But again, I mean, if you have a schedule, stick to it. If you post every day at 10 a.m., then if that works for you, do it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And then the third myth is, I could just post once a week and I'll grow. So what I've noticed now is no. And the reason being is that you have to think about every piece of video that you post is like planting a seed, right? So you're planting a seed each day, you're planting a seed, and then one day, one or two of those sprout, and that's an opportunity. So that can be a lead, that could be like a speaking opportunity or a speaking gig, that could be a podcast, that could be a referral partnership. The possibilities are endless with social media. So it's really important I would suggest posting at least 3 times a week. That's like my opinion. I post every day, but again, it really depends like on what your bandwidth is and what you can handle. So just really keep in mind, like every video that you post, it's like another opportunity that you're planning. I believe, there was a study that came out that basically said only like 10 to 15% of your followers see your videos, which is why it's important to like post more. And then I just left my mind. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. With that being said, just know that the more opportunities you put out there, the more opportunities are going to come to you as far as video goes.
What about people who they ask me a lot if they should keep their life private from their social media?
Yeah.
What do you say about that?
So do you mean like sharing like family stuff or like?
Yeah, kind of like they want to keep like a personal Facebook.
Yeah.
Or an Instagram, and then just have a professional one.
Right, I get what you're saying. For me personally, like your brand is you, right? So I always suggest just keep everything in one. But like if you were to ask my wife, she'd be like, "No, I'm gonna keep things separate." Like, so it just depends on your personality. Like me, I just share everything. And so, it really just depends like what your comfort level is. Like, I mean, you can win either way. Like I know everybody knows like the Bautista twins, right? Like Sean and, he says he keeps things separate and look at his brand. I mean, it's really good. But you also have other people that keep everything like the same page and they're doing well too. So, I mean, you can win either way. But if you ask me personally, it makes things easier. Like you're not like overthinking stuff. You could just keep everything on one page. So yeah, and some suggested guidelines, right? So these 2 things are the most overlooked things on social. That's what's really going to help you convert, is responding to comments and DMs.
Like how quickly on the response? Like sometimes, like
things come up and stuff.
You respond right away, or you like give it time so it keeps kind of feeding through?
Yeah, I would say as soon as you can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So as soon as you see that comment, boom, respond. And then DMs, especially like new followers. I'm pretty sure all of us get like new followers on Instagram every day. Sending like something written, like saying, "Hey, thanks for the follow, really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, reach out, I'm here for you." Something simple as that. Or just shoot a selfie and send that video. And I guarantee when you send the video, they're gonna be so impressed. Because you're gonna be like, "Dude, you took time out of your day to send me a video." So
on my post, if there's a response, it's from Michael.
Whoa! Oops. So sometimes I have to put like the kiss emojis, but that's something she would do anyway. So
He knows me so well. I'm like, thank you, Michael. I was sleeping.
Yeah.
All my responses are done.
And then I'll start sending a video myself to leads come.
But there's also programs where you can automate DMs.
Yeah, you can.
But it sounds
when
robotic,
someone-
though. It's like, "Oh, this is my business page. I'll get back to you."
I think you can personalize it to sound like you.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
Yeah, and there's AI now that's like starting to. They read all your messages. And all. But I would say though, if you have time, do the video. Just try that and see how it goes. And I guarantee it, they'll just be like, "Oh, dude, like that's pretty awesome." Yeah, exactly. And then consistent posting, and then also taking advantage of features, so stories, polls, going live. So like you see like Ty and Izzy go live all the time, which is awesome. I mean, just showing off the office, sharing their knowledge. That's just like very good strategy to build rapport, because using those, like responding and then doing the features, That's what's really going to help you convert down the line, like helping to start turning those leads into sales. And so yeah, don't complain. I mean, there's a lot of people like, dude, I post like once a month, but I'm not getting any like traction, And it's like, dude, some of these guys have been doing it for like 7, 8 years. I mean, they're like a lot of people know Alex Hermosi by chance. He posts like 3 times a day for like the last 5 years. And so people are just like, oh, I want to be on that level. And it's like, they don't know what goes into it, the hard work that goes into it.
When I watch people's posts, I get confused who they are.
Right.
Like, it's so random. Like one day you're doing this, one day you're doing that. So if I see you, I don't know what you specialize in.
Right.
So if I have a referral for you, I don't know if that's your specialty.
Yeah.
Right? So I think staying consistent is really important.
Yeah.
Like, know who you are first. So I think like in the beginning, like write down what do you want to tackle for that year. If you're doing first time home buyer, or you're previewing houses.
Exactly.
You're the queen of open house, you're the queen of whatever, a king or whatever.
Yeah.
I think just stick to it, and then people are like, oh, it's so recognizable.
Exactly.
Alex, when I see his stuff, I know it's him right away.
Right.
It's like that nose tape, It's like
oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's business. It's all business.
Yeah.
Business tips.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like, don't be afraid. I think people are sometimes afraid of like, oh, if I go on one thing for a year, I'm going to be like limited to that. No, I mean, people pivot all the time. It's like whatever you specialize in, like what Ty was saying. So the important thing is just to commit to something and just going all in on that for as long as possible. And then from there, you can decide, okay, where's my business at? What do I need to talk about more of and engage and decide where to go next? So this is kind of like suggested filming plan. So again, it just really depends on like what your bandwidth is, but we just found that sticking to this is like what's helped growth. So staying consistent with the posts, especially on YouTube. I would suggest doing these 2 platforms. Nothing against TikTok. It definitely has its pros, but it may not exist after January 20th. So that's just something to think about. And then LinkedIn's great too. I would say that's a great third, just because, a lot more people are gravitating towards that platform. And then, when I say Instagram, I mean, I toss in Facebook too, because Facebook owns Instagram, and you can easily link it to your Facebook. So whenever you post it on Instagram, it'll automatically post on Facebook. So just keep that in mind as well. So this is the bonus tip I want to share with you guys. So as I mentioned earlier, video content. There's a lot of businesses diving in. There's people making organic content. There's even people that run paid ads, which is perfectly fine. So what can you do that's going to separate you from those other people, right? And that, in my opinion, is basically, actually, let me share with you this first. So Google did a study where it said that people buy from someone, they need to spend 7 hours with them. So as you know, like, how many shorts is that? That's what, like 300 shorts probably, or like we'll say 15 long form videos, 15 to 30 long form videos. And then you take into account doing workshops like this, speaking events, going on a podcast. You on average spending 7 hours with them 11 different times is before they make a decision, conscious effort to do business with you. So with that said, what are like the types of touches? So like I said, social media video, traditional marketing, so flyers, postcards. Anybody do TV commercials in here still, or no? Newspaper? No? Okay. Radio, yeah. Networking events, masterminds, email campaigns, the list goes on and on. You can add to this list if you want. But, like I said, producing video content is not enough, guys. So what can you do? What can you do to further separate yourself? So this is kind of like the top of funnel. This is just like video content in a nutshell. So you're posting the content, you're attracting people, and then you're building your personal brand. There's nothing wrong with that. So whether you do organic, social, run paid ads to funnel people to your profile, to follow you, things like that. That's just the traditional sense. I have a question for you. So what do business owners want most? Anybody can guess? Okay. All right. There we go. Yeah, that's a good one too. Leads, right? Everybody wants leads. That's the lifeblood of the business. So how do we get them? So this is kind of like a middle funnel. So you have the top of funnel getting the attention through video, and then now you want to nurture that attention. So your current followers, your new followers, we're starting to gravitate towards creating alternative pieces of content. So what does that mean? So this is creating like freebies, I would say. So it is a piece of additional content that is given to you or your current and or future followers for free. So I would bring up Alex Hormozy again because he's the master at this. He's always saying like give, or even Gary Vaynerchuk too. So it's like give, left hook.
Yeah.
Is that left hook? There you go. Yeah.
Left jab.
Yeah. Left jab.
Right hook.
Yeah. Then right hook. Boom. You're gonna get them something to purchase. But what's really going to separate is sharing more of your expertise and giving them usable resources to make their lives better and enhance their lives. And when you do that, you're going to stay on top of mind for them. So they may not be ready to do business with you now, but I guarantee you when you stay consistent with this as well as the organic content, when the opportunity comes up 6 months down the line, you're like, yo, I've been watching your videos. Dude, I got your real estate calculator. Man, that really helped me break down this deal I'm working on. Do you want the listing for it? Boom. There you go. So what are examples? So Google Documents, these are like really big right now. So basically you could set it up in a Google file drive. Like I've seen like one of my friends, he created like the real estate financial playbook. So he's an accountant and he put a playbooks specifically together for real estate agents through that. It could be a book. Say you can put whatever you want in ChatGPT, they can spit out a book for you, and you can try and sell it on or give it out for free or whatever. Canva templates, mini video courses, those are big as well. I'm actually working with someone on that right now. Ebooks, lists, resource guides. I mean, the creativity, you can go anywhere with this. It can even be like a coaching, one-on-one coaching, social media audit, what have you. You get the point. So, some key questions, you can take note of this or screenshot it, is like, again, who are you trying to attract? Who are you talking to? Who are these people that you're trying to talk to with this piece of content? Who's your ideal client or customer? And then what would I want to learn about if I was in the shoes of a total beginner? So if you're like brand new to real estate, or if you've been in real estate for years, like if you were a first-time home buyer, what would be like some questions you have, or what tools do you think would benefit like your life more as far as that journey? And then what is the best tool, tip, trick, hack, resource I know inside and out? So what's something that you know expertise-wise that you can be like, okay, dude, I can make a quick like one-page PDF out of it, or like I can make a quick like 3 to 4 mini video course on it. And so this is like one of the examples we did. Like one of our clients is that they're like specialized in tattoos. And so we made a piece of content that hit like a particular point about tattoos. And he goes, oh, by the way, if you're interested, I put together a quick PDF about getting started in tattoos. Just comment the word tattoo, we'll send it over to you. And so the beauty of this is that you can use something called ManyChat. I'm pretty sure, has anybody heard of that platform? ManyChat? Okay, cool. Yeah, you can set it up where you could basically have automations. So if someone comments on it, it'll automatically DM you the link, and then you can download it. So it's a pretty cool tool that you can use with specifically Instagram. And so the point of this is that it's further going to build trust with your audience. They're going to nurture you, and then again, you're going to stay on top of mind with them. Yeah, so here's just a few more benefits. So when you send these tools out to them, you can set it up in a way where you capture the info, which is very key, right? Email, phone number, what have you, and save it in your database. I don't know how many people have like drip campaigns or whatever. That's very powerful for that. Like ManyChat can connect to like MailChimp and a lot of other email databases. So that's a way to build up your list of clients, especially when you're starting out. You can also use it to produce more content. So if a lot of people are like interested in it, a lot of downloads happen, you can be like, oh man, maybe I'll do another piece of content that's in it and give them a little taste, and then I can run another campaign to send those contents out. And then obviously you're gonna turn a lot of the new followers into warm leads, so it's gonna be an easier way to close them when you start doing your meetings. And so one of the primary things is that you wanna make the freebie so good that people are like, man, I can't even imagine how amazing their product or service is when we actually pay them like for their service. So that's the mentality you should have when you create it. So you just want to make it so good that they're just blown away, and that when they do business with you, like they're going to be like, okay, it's going to be even better now because I'm actually have skin in the game. And so another hack you can do is like, you can, since a lot of us are using Instagram, what I would suggest is like, you can pin up the 3 videos on your account for Instagram. So make that freebie one of those pinned videos. So when someone comes on to your profile, they're basically just like, oh, okay, this person does this. This is like an about me video. This is what they offer. Oh man, what's this freebie about? And they go into it, and then they can be attracted to it immediately. So we have like a coaching program here. This is like, yeah, the Dad Dude cheat code. And then that gear guide that I showed you, that's something that we've done on my Instagram as well. And just closing out with the same quote. All right, so if you guys are still on the fence about doing content, just know that each of us have a unique voice, and it deserves to be heard by everybody. So if you're on the fence, just press record. Cool, guys. Thanks.